さあ、商談の時間だ。私だ。アルロンドだ。
Hello, I'm Silver Roxas, and the unit coming this week to Octopath Traveler COTC is Alrond, the ultimate support. He has been given some very minor buffs that just overall improve his utility as a support unit. Nothing to cry home about. I guess he could have probably paid more money to NetEase to maybe get better buffs than he got, but I mean, he did get something, so anything helps usually, I guess. So what does Alrond do? He is a merchant, and his role is an ultimate support. His special abilities is that every turn he recharges all units' ultimate gauges passively and gives some SP. He has reliable shield shaving that got slightly better, with some buffs and debuffs attached as well, and an ultimate that restores uses of ults to other units and charges their gauges. His preferred weapons would be Fortune Spears, tuned to P attack if you have a healer, so he does a bit more damage when shield shaving, and magic attack if he is your all allies regen caster, so his regen tops your units off each turn. His preferred accessories would be buff/debuff extension accessories. Both are great on him, even at the same time. HP accessories to give more HP barrier can be useful as well. Damage boosting ones really are not necessary, as he really shouldn't be used as a DPS. Also, any accessories that passively buff allies/debuff enemies can be useful as well, as he may have some extra slots available for him in his kit. So for his passive skills, his first passive is upon swapping to the back row, self-recover 5 BP, and grant 15% physical attack up to the front row for 2 turns. Max boosting every other turn guaranteed is quite nice, and the new buff gives the P attack to the front row if needed. At the second passive is at the end of turn, all allies recover 1% of their max SP and gain 40% ultimate charge. So passively charging ults can just be crazy good. His TP passive is gives himself 20% max HP regen, 20% physical damage up, and immunity to normal status ailments. The regen really doesn't matter, the physical damage helps, and immunity to basic ailments is actually quite nice because it means he can't be put to sleep, be blinded, be paralyzed, etc. For his skills, his base kit, he has a one-hit AoE spear, a front row HP regen that clears all stat down debuffs. His main nuking option, if you used him as a DPS, which you probably shouldn't, but you can, looking at you spear, which is a one-hit single target spear that at max boost consumes 40 SP up to 6 times, or until under 40 SP for an additional hit per 40 SP consumed. This skill at 6-star lowers the SP consumption per extra hit to down to 30 SP, and the base power is increased for up to 7 times 55 power base. He has a single ally SP restore. Then he now has his 3 shield shave skills that were all buffed. His first one is now a 5-hit single target fan that exploits dagger and bow and inflicts 15% physical defense down and magic defense down for 2 turns. At max boost, it becomes 6 hits instead. They removed the 2 BP to become AoE, as it's now always AoE. My apologies, it's no longer single target, it's always AoE now. Then at 3-star, he has a front row 15% physical damage up for 2 to 5 turns, plus now restores 1 BP to all units. That formerly restored 1 BP to only merchants, now it restores 1 B to everybody. And the skill board enhancement increases the turn duration to 3 to 6 turns. His 4-star skill, he is an all allies HP regen that also clears all stat down debuffs. And then for his 5-star skills, he has his other 2 shield shaving skills that are both been buffed similarly to the other one. They are both now 5-hit AoE attacks, the first one being 5-hit AoE sword that exploits spear and axe and gives the front row 15% physical attack and physical defense up for 2 turns, becoming 6 hits at max boost. And then the other is now a 5-hit AoE staff that exploits tome and light and gives the front row 20% max HP barrier, which at max boost also becomes 6 hits. And the skill board enhancement to this makes the HP barrier increases to 25%. And then his TP skills are limited to 3 times per battle. All allies 10% max HP heal, and if the target was dead, revive them with 25% max HP. So for his EX skill plus ultimate technique, his EX skill has 1 total use with no condition to use, and it allows him to self-recover 25% max HP, SP, and gives himself 25% max SP stock. His ultimate technique is where he really shines. It's a support class ultimate, costing 3 BP to charge from ultimate level 10 currently, and more when we get to ultimate level 20. We'll cover that later. Just because as a note, due to Ult 20s coming December, I'm going to start including them in reviews. As such, Ult 10 will now be referenced as Ult EX, since once Ult 20s release, Ult 10s become free, and using a stone now just unlocks an extra use plus double charge speed. So if you have Ult EX when Ult 20s release, for example, it'll still only cost 3 BP to fully charge to even 200%. So that's why that can matter. Anyway, his ultimate is called the Promissory Note. It restores all other allies 1 ultimate technique use, and then they gain 20% ultimate charge, but he always acts last. This was changed. This is the new buff is making sure he always acts last. This means that you don't have to change his speed in order to be slower than his other units if you want him to be faster for his other skills, so that way he can still buff them before they act, but then whenever you want to do the ultimate thing, that he always goes last. This is good because what this does is allows your allies to use their ultimate technique that turn, and then he can use his ult the same turn to immediately give their ult back and then give him some charge. This really matters more when it comes down to like ultimate 20, because it scales to 60% ultimate charge at ultimate 10, and scales to 100% ultimate charge at ultimate level 20. And you have to also remember that he still gives 40% charge passively. And the reason that this really matters is because now, like, it'd be possible with Alrond, once Ult 20 is released, to do double back-to-back ults with like any unit in the game potentially. And that's really good because some ultimate techniques start to get really crazy, especially the fact that at ultimate level 20, the 200% activation bonus allows him to cast this from the back row, so that way he can be in the back row and cast this on the same turn as someone else acts. So then which improves your action economy. And before anyone gets confused, there will be a full video covering Ult 20s before they release. Just let you know that this is something that's going to be in reviews from now on, because it is something coming in the near future. This ultimate, like Bargello's use count, cannot be restored in any way. And then the ultimate EX priority is that I would ult EX this before awakening him, because it is very important for him to be able to have double charge speed and be able to use this multiple times, since it can't be restored. This ultimate is phenomenal for wave battles and cascade logs in the future. Maybe not as much now, but especially once Ult 20's release in December. For Awakenings plus his A4 accessory, A1 just gives him better regen mainly, largely unneeded though. A2 is actually good because more skill slots is actually useful for him, as he has a lot of good skills. A3, more HP is always good, plus it improves his HP barrier. His A4 accessory is called the Titanite Earrings. It gives 80 SP and 60 P attack. When using 3 BP, gain 1 BP regen for 1 turn. And when switching to the back row, self-recover 10% max SP. The A4 tier rating for this would be, it's a B tier A4. The stats are fine, the ability is just very niche, especially on him as he already gains 5 BP when swapping to back row. 1 turn of BP regen is nice if you have no other way to get BP, but there's many available options, so taking this is niche case, as if like a DPS is taking this to try to double max boost and not need any other source of BP regen, that DPS has to now wear this instead of a better P attack boosting accessory or a damage cap accessory. The SP regen is also not super amazing, so it's an alright A4, but it's nothing you're going to miss having either. For an optimal skill loadout, skill 1 is a front row physical damage up skill that I would take. It also gives 1 BP to all, so that's very important. Skill 2, 3, and 4 is I would take his 5-hit AoE fan sword and staff that does different exploits plus buffs and debuffs, and the HP barrier. Just because that way he can help shield shave and passively buff and passively support your team. I would swap in the All Allies regen if he is your main healer. Otherwise, skills 2 to 4 swap run is needed if you don't have A2, or if you need a slot in the regen based on the enemy weaknesses so he can shave while applying useful buffs or debuffs, or at least extending their duration. For unit synergy, Alrond is a general ultimate support and can function as a healer as well. Thus, he can work on just about any team. He works now with all units, any units now, not just merchants, due to his active damage buff, also giving them 1 BP, so that's even more synergy available. Any unit that likes to use their ultimates, Asuka, sorry, likes Alrond around for more uses, especially in cascade logs, because for quicker charging, especially when Ultimate 20 releases, and you now want to get 200% gauges for activations. Simply put, once Ult 20 releases and in Cascade battles, he is useful paired with most anyone. So to pull or not to pull, plus how I would rate him, Alrond is the ultimate support, literally for ultimates. His other support options and healing is really great as well, with really impressive all allies regen potency, even though Shauna's is better for its other effects. On his release now, you may find it tough to slot him in, as ultimates are not that hard to charge and use, and you have Bargello to restore ult uses. Well, once Ultimate level 20's release at Anniversary in December, at least that's what we're expecting, his usage will actually skyrocket, especially for units lacking Ultimate EX, formerly Ultimate 10 enhancement, as it takes 6 BP to fully charge an ult from start to 200%, and Alrond's passive plus ult massively cuts that down. He is honestly an excellent unit for players with some paid rubies to skip and pick up on Anniversary, with the paid selector, as his stone for Ultimate EX will likely be in exchange then as well. As always, pull advice is that. Advice, not law. Please have fun your way. But Tier 4, free to play, I'd say skip. Yes, he is amazing, but you need to save rubies for other banners with near in 2 weeks and more. I would wait for a rerun once Ultimate 20 releases, unless you're well over 18,000 rubies, A0 at most if you do pull, because you can exchange for his Ultimate EX later. For Tier 3, low spin / passes, skip for paid selector if you've been saving your paids, like I hope you have been. Tier 2 Dolphin, same thing, skip for paid selector. A0 is plenty if you do pull, but in exchange for Ultimate EX later. Tier 1 Whale, he never truly needs more than A0 ult EX, but you're going to max him anyway. So for his overall rating, I'd still say his DPS is still B tier. Him getting extra hits is nice, but that his DPS, his potency isn't that amazing, so it's mainly just for shield shaving. His support is SS tier. It's just unparalleled for ultimates. Healing is S tier. Anybody with an all allies regen is going to have an S tier in healing. It's just good to have. He has no notable tanking abilities at all. So his overall tier, I give him a solid S tier, especially once Ult 20 releases. Maybe not as much now, but yeah, once Ult 20 releases, easy S tier. Alright, well, there you go. There's Alrond, including his minor buffs. Please let me know if you're planning on pulling for him or waiting for the Anniversary selector like I am. More specifically, when I do a little COTC stream tomorrow, I will definitely do step 1 and 2 for him, just to slowly build up an SMT pity, but if I don't get lucky, I am skipping for the Anniversary selector myself. Otherwise, please like, follow, and subscribe for more COTC content to come, and let me know if there's any type of content or guides you'd like to see from me, and maybe I can make them and to help everybody out. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and good luck to anyone that pulls. See ya.